Hello, my name is Raymond Martinez. Today we'll be discussing 5th grade level music teas. I will be discussing creative expression and performance. Okay, now first we will be discussing notation. Each of these notations will be in music, in all types of music. First, this circle here is what we call the whole note. This whole note consists of 4 beats. This upside down rectangle is a whole rest because it's not the same as a circle, it's a dark shaped rectangle. So we're going to say a whole rest. Which is also for 4 beats. Here you have a little, the same circle but with a little stem. This is for 2 beats and it is called a half note. And again, it is for 2 beats. The same rectangle, don't be confused with the rectangles. As you can see here, it's on the top, whereas here it's on the bottom of this line right here, as you can see. It's not, I cannot stress this enough, do not get confused. Make sure you see where the placement is. If you see it on the bottom, it's going to be a rest for 2 beats. And we will also call that a half rest. Here, we have a shaded circle with a stem. We're going to call that a quarter note. And this beat is for 1 beat. The next one we have, we're going to call that a quarter rest. It's the same beat value, which is 1, but it's just a different name from a quarter note. It's a quarter rest. Now, the last one I'll show you, this one is a 8th note. It's an 8th note. There's going to be not 1, it's going to be the division, the divisible of 1, which is 1 half. 1 half of B. Whereas, and now here, it's a rest, we're going to call that 8th note rest. Which is again half a beat. Now notice how I went 1 and 1 from where you're going to be playing a whole note and then resting. Half note, half rest, quarter note, quarter rest, 8th note, and 8th note rest. Now this is again notations that you will see in every music that will be handed to you. Now we're going to review notation, but I'm also adding symbols, which I'll be going over. Here, this little symbol right here, it's a clef. Other name for it is a treble clef. Now this treble clef, it identifies what musicians will play in when it pertains to certain pitches. These 2 numbers right here put together, we're going to call that a time signature. These 4 numbers, these 2 sets of 4 have a purpose. They tell us a purpose. The top 4 right here, it so that there's going to be 4 beats within a measure. 4 beats. Bottom 4, it's telling us that the quarter beat gets the measure. Now, as you can see here, you see some notations that I have written down for you, which you don't see that you saw in the previous notation exercise. This line and the following 2 lines. This line is a bar line, and it's telling us that it is the end of a measure. So this line, end of a measure. And the next one, which is these 2 lines, is telling us that it's the end of the piece, which is these 2 measures. It's telling us it's only 2 measures, and then it's from here to here, and then ends here. Now, from the notations that we see, what do we see? We're going to see a quarter note, followed by another quarter note. What is this symbol right here? It is a set. It's a set of 2 eighth notes. You remember eighth notes? Eighth notes are this symbol. But since there's 2, we're going to say that. They're the same in the sense of having 2 eighth notes and 2 eighth notes, whether here we're having 2 eighth notes that are tied. This line saying that it's telling you that it's a set of 2 eighth notes. The next beat, it's a quarter beat. Same quarter, another 2 sets of eighth notes, which is, and again, an eighth note is that. And there's 2 of them, so we're going to look at them like that. And then the last 2 beats are quarter notes. And then that's the end of the piece. Okay, now we'll be discussing different notations and various meters. Now, just to refresh your memories, these are meters, the 2/4, the 3/4, and the 4/4. We know the 2/4 and the 4/4 because 2 on the top means 2 beats per measure, and the bottom of the 4 means that the quarter gets the beat. Same thing with 4/4. Now 3/4 is 3 beats per measure, whereas still we have 4, which is quarter note gets the beat. We will first start off by in 2/4. We're going to create some different notations. Let's start off with a quarter note and a quarter rest. That's one way you could write it. Or we can have instead of 2 eighth notes and a quarter note. Notice, keep in mind that the beats that we have in this measure is 2 beats. Where am I coming from? Let's start here. We have 2 eighth notes. We're gonna, and this is part of 1 because 1 eighth note it's half of beat 1, but we have another one set together, so that's beat 1. And here we have beat 2. Henceforth, we have 2/4. Now, the way we would say this, we would say 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Notice that we have a downbeat or another downbeat. We have 2 beats in this measure. Now, 3/4. 3 beats per measure. Quarter note gets the beat. one where we could write an example of 3/4 by writing 3 quarter notes. 1, 2, 3. Another way we could write notation in 3/4 by having one set of 8th notes, 1 quarter note, and 1 quarter rest. Notice how it's the same as 2/4, 1 and 2. A quarter rest is a rest of 1 beat. So here is our beat 3. I'll put this in parentheses because it's a quarter rest. So we would say 1 and 2. The 3 is silent because it's a rest. Now, 4/4. 4 beats, quarter note gets the beat. We could say 2 sets of 8 notes, a quarter, another 2 sets of 8 notes, and a quarter. So we will have 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Notice how we have 4 beats. We have beats 1, 2, 3, 4. Now notice the ands, they're the upbeats. 1 and, 2 and. This has been a lesson on creative expression and performance for the 5th grade music level. Thank you.